be totally and brutally honest here. Sean Corbin makes Valery Brudov look like Ivan Drago. It's as simple as that. He's beat what's in front of him tonight. He faces me. He's going to visit mental demons again. And let's get something straight. Come to me, mate. You come to me. Next time, ain't no judge is going to be needed. I'm going to do worse than Kovalev. I am going to do worse than Kovalev.
On Saturday night, mate, you better hold it together. I'm going to smash it near you to pieces, mate. I'm going to hit him. When he gets in the ring and we get 10-ounce gloves on, I'm going to smash his head to bits. I'm going to do it November the 30th against all odds. No matter what people say, the journalists write what you want. All as I'll say is tune back in and then look at me on December the 1st when I am world champion. It's as simple as that.
I'm willing to die in that ring. It's as simple as that. I am willing to die. I'm willing to die, Saturday. Is he?
You're fucking right.
Okay, guys, Bellew of the Week, so episode 378. Got quite a few to get through, a few funny ones as well. Rob's still with us, so's Ozzy, and so's Andy. First one here, Rob. This is an interesting one. Sky Sports Boxing put it out. Nelson versus Jones Jr. Sky's Johnny Nelson versus real Roy Jones Jr. The great cruiserweight fight that never happened, ? Now, I'm racking my brains here, Rob. I can't ever remember anybody asking to see Roy Jones versus Johnny Nelson at cruiserweight. Can you?
I remember. The only thing I can remember is I remember when Tyson was on his UK tour that Johnny Nelson was vocal about wanting that fight. But I never remember him saying Roy Jones. This is another thing with Steve Collins, apparently. Steve Collins was chasing Roy Jones forever. I remember like he might have turned up at one press conference or something. I don't think like was making it his life's mission, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a fight anyone would have wanted to see, but I know who would have won it. Like, but fucking hell, man, yeah, maybe Johnny Nelson. Y'all must have forgot Johnny Nelson wanted to bring it to Roy Jones. I don't know, man.
The thing is, though, Andy, they've been mentioning a lot of Johnny Nelson lately. The other day, they mentioned him in the top 5 cruiserweights or top 3 cruiserweights or whatever it was. There's a lot of historical revisionism going on about Nelson's career. He was a good fighter. He was very fit, strong, effective at what he did. But do you remember that WBO reign towards the end when he was fighting guys like Alexander Petkovic, Rudiger May, and Vincenzo Cantatore? This was European level stuff, man. I mean, Nelson wasn't great.
Remember Rudiger May? The guy that he fucking fought, some German trash.
Yeah.
Fucking, he got smashed off Herbie Hyde in 2 rounds. Right? This is the guy who, his greatest moment, shit the fucking bed against, what's his name? Carlos de Leon. One of the most awful, shittiest fight. I mean, listen, I actually tried just to start lockdown and stuff, I tweeted out, I actually tried to sit and watch a couple of these fucking fights. I lost interest within like 2 or 3 rounds. I remember, like, I watched about the Andries fight, for example. So that's just a fucking shambles, man. Andries was a light heavyweight. Yeah, it's. I mean, again, it's more along the lines like the WBO, what it was at that point, you know, and it was just like a European world title belt, and it was just opened up doors for guys for, like, again, like Eastern Europe and Argentina, Brazil. Fucking Johnny Nelson's of Sheffield and all that sort of stuff. You know, it's just absolute trash. Absolute trash. But as I say, you know, for all his faults, you know, he hung weight. I'll give Nelson that. He hung weight. He could have easily. I mean, he took a lot of jibes, man. I mean, a lot mentally tough. I'll give him that, because the shit that he got pelted at him when he was a pro at the time, man, it was like proper personal stuff and that. You know, and he kept. Some of the stories about him getting dismantled and sparring is crazy and that, and just take fucking liberties with him. But he just kept hanging with it, and you know, I suppose in the end, that, you know, he finally got his fears kind of like clamped to a point. But God, he was awful to watch, and he just absolutely extracted the urine with the entertainer moniker, like.
No, I agree with Andy. Like I said, I'm not trying to shit on him. He was always in shape. He did his best. He could have quit early on. He got a lot of pelters. He came back. He was mentally strong. I'll give him a lot of credit. I'm not trying to denigrate his career, but his career's been like sort of photoshopped by this Sky social media over the last few years, trying to make it out like something that it wasn't. Nobody was interested. He was just a decent fighter, WBO champion, sort of European level opponents. Nothing more, nothing less. Nobody wanted to see him fight Roy Jones. Nobody wanted to see him fight anybody. The last fight I remember before he retired, they were talking about fighting Enzo Maccarinelli.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, we're just talking about Grigorian there, like literally like half hour ago. Yeah, look, I'm not hating on the guy, but the guy has some like crazy title defences, something like Nelson. I think Nelson has something similar defences as well, something like 17, 18, 19 defences. But look at it in context, man. Let's look at who he beat. Fucking nobody. Okay, I mean, I'm not like shouting Carl Thompson and Ezra Sellers and that, but you know, they're like a kind of like for every Ezra Sellers and for every fucking Carl Thompson, there was like 3 or 4 fucking bags of shit. You know, either before it or after it. You know, so,
But the Thompson one was a dodgy stoppage as well. You know?
Exactly. We might not get the rematch. Remember until Thompson got smashed up off. Was it Sellers? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know that been right out the one day. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a wee bit of revisionism. I think you know it's just like everything else. You know, your career kind of takes on like leaps and bounds. But as you say, mate, it's been photoshopped that career. You know, calm the fuck down, Johnny Nelson. You ask anybody in the fucking boxing gym, you know, round about circa 15, 20 years ago, and that they'll tell you. They'll be honest with you, he was fucking awful. I mean, he was a good gym fighter apparently, but in the ring when under the bright lights and when it really mattered, and that, my God, he could stink it up.
Yeah, Lee's right there. They never talked about Jim. Exactly Jim Watt's career like that. You know, let's go back through Macklin's career, get Clinton Woods. Well, he tells it too straight. They got rid of him, didn't they? Get some, you know, these guys on the Froch, fair enough. Talk about Froch's career all day. Been there, done it, got the wins, got the t-shirt.
Please, I've heard it all before, man.
No, but at least you can sort of say when they put Froch into these conversations online, there's a bit of, you know, credence to it. Like, but I mean, come on, man, Johnny Nelson, stop it now, stop it. Anyway. We're giving him far too much time, I think, haven't we? Good old Johnny. Yeah, I spoke to him once in Dublin. He's a nice guy. Disclaimer after all that. Shawnee Buckle nominated that one anyway. No Consent Hearn, No Consent Boxing has nominated Coach Kavanagh. First thing I check on a fighter is their ass, says Coach Kavanagh. Then their arms. The bigger the ass and the smaller the guns, the more confident I'll be in their ability to generate power. Big guns and pecs tell me they're preparing for the beach. All show, no go. Coach Kavanagh. Telling it how it is there.
Good criteria to use in certain situations. I'm not sure boxing is one of them, but fucking combat sports. Some other, you know what I mean? Let's not throw it out the window altogether.
Last night, my son had a Free Sports TV on, channel 422 on Sky, and there was this these 2 Japanese girls fighting on like one boxing or one championship. It's like a UFC type thing. I don't really like that, but they're in a clinch on the floor, and the next minute the one girl sort of sits her arse on the other girl's face, and she's sitting on her, and the girl's trying to wriggle free, and you know she's there with her arse in her face. And my son says, "I hope she doesn't let one go, otherwise the fight's will be straight over." So
disqualification.
the arse can be useful in the old UFC, I think, is the point there. Right. Anyway, CR Boxing is nominated something. Let's have a look what it is. Oh, here we are, Andy. Close your ears now. Pound for pound boxing opinions got stuck in here. CR Boxing said, how would middleweight Roberto Duran do against Canelo, Triple G, or Billy Joe Saunders? Pound for pound boxing opinion says, think they all beat him?
Yeah, I mean, oh, Christ me, that's no weapons grade weed that guy's smoking, man. That's just delusional, you know. And the thing is, he actually goes on to try and say as well as, you know, if you look at it actually goes and points to say that if you look at the David Lemieux fight, it says it showed that Saunders shows movement and isn't a stationary target. Who gives a fuck? Fucking Duran's going to be hunting you out of that ring, man. You have to find an engagement at some point. Whose other 2 names? Canelo and Golovkin.
Canelo, Triple G, and Billy Joe Saunders. Marcus Bellinger nominated. It was pound for pound boxing opinions.
Aye, Saunders. I mean, if we're talking about Saunders fight, I mean, I would expect Canelo and Golovkin to give a far better fight. And you remember as well, this is a Duran at this point, maybe what? But he's fucking mid-30s by this point, and he's like slapping fucking Iran Bartley and Davey Moore about like they were fucking used condoms, man. What the fuck? You think Billy Joe Saunders is going to handle that? Fucking calm the fuck down. Jesus Christ.
The conversation continued on CR Boxing. Kilo Jake at Analyze Wildlife, a regular listener, shout out, said if the middleweights are at their best, they all beat him handily. Wheelchair Dan said, I've had to decide over the last 5 minutes if you're trolling, and I still ain't sure. Kilo Jake said, I'm not. He wasn't an elite. The fight went on. Sam Dorset said, there's only one way to deal with this sort of nonsense. He tagged in at Asylum BOTW, so we could discuss it here. Kilo Jake said, Billy Joe's a natural middleweight, and we'll just get on his bike. Sam Dorset wasn't happy. It went back and forward. There was another one Andy nominated as well. Quite the conversation starter. Matteo Politano said, Duran beats Triple G. Billy Joe Saunders may be too crafty for Duran, but I think he beats him too. I don't know about Canelo. It's a 50-50.
Oh, man, fuck off. I mean, come on, you fuck, man.
Billy Joe Saunders might be too crafty for Duran, and he might be too crafty for him.
What was the Golovkin story?
Oh, yeah.
What was his Golovkin breakdown?
He said he thinks that Duran beats Triple G. Billy Joe Saunders might be too crafty for him, and he thinks that Canelo's a 50-50.
Absolutely, fuck off. I mean, I can take the point that Golovkin would be too, Duran could be too crafty for Golovkin, especially on an inside fight. But he could easily be crafty for Canelo as well, on the inside. And fucking Billy Joe Saunders couldn't fucking punch smoke, man. So I was really going to say that Saunders is going to be like an outwork, out hustle, and outbox one of the legends of all time. It'd be fucking. This is what we're seriously fucking coming at. This fucking idiot. Pound for pound boxing opinions. I can't believe they created these fucking monikered fucking boxing Twitter handles, man. Fucking hell. Come
I like
on.
the way he says Saunders would be too crafty for Duran. Like,
it's like he's just trying to say, like, without doubt, Saunders beats him. Golovkin's in a tight fight, and Canelo's up in the air. Like, shut the fuck up.
Go ahead, Rob.
No, I was just laughing at what Andy was saying. Over Billy Joe Saunders. What's me sound like now? Hold on, let me do a quick audio check there. I'm getting 4 or 5.
That's better.
You should be all right.
A lot better, Rob. It's just the wind now, but you sound a lot better.
Wind? No, I'm bringing these back. It's supposed to be noise reducing. How the fuck did you know it was windy?
Oh, that's it. You sound good now.
I sound far better.
Cool.
Shout out Bean really loud. Let's test. Say Bean. 1, 2, Bean.
Bean!
Here you go. Rob Kelly's out there, still living. Danny Robson has nominated PointsBet Sportsbook. Vicious body shot by Roy Jones put Virgil Ortiz down in the 4th round. Later named KO of the year. I think they meant Virgil Hill, didn't they, Andy? I've cut that screenshot off a little bit.
Yeah. Virgil Hill, definitely.
Virgil Hill, good fighter was Virgil Hill back in the day. Johnny Joyce is celebrating the fact he got a photograph with the great Prince Nazim Mohammed 1 year ago. Hashtag Bad Boy Joyce. That was nominated from Don Harrow. Prince Nazim Mohammed.
He's an upcoming opponent for Prince Patel, isn't he?
Every possibility, by the way. There's always a Mohammed somewhere.
Good old Prince. Eddie Hearn has released a book, Relentless. Lockdown has given me the opportunity to focus on some projects that I wouldn't normally had time for. Nominated by Gary Lockwood here, Andy. Nominate Hearn for Bellew of the Week. He claims a relentless work ethic is what helps you to succeed. So does Daddy's Millions, says Gary.
Yeah, absolutely. Chapter 1, how to spend Daddy's millions. Chapter 2, how to bully girls in private school. Chapter 3, how to get on the board of directors of Leyton Orient and fuck up that club for good style. Chapter 4, how to go about fucking up your life and just basically talking bullshit. Oh my god, man, I could go on for ages about this, man. What a
He's
ego.
really onto something there.
What a fucking ego that man's got, man. Who gives a fuck about what he does?
He's really onto something there. Who would have ever thought if you work really hard you could be successful? He's no kind of fucking genius. How has nobody picked up on this before? What a prick. Evening, Ed.
Evening, Eddie, exactly. Yeah, we bring up the old... let's just get it up here, shall we? Oh, trying to get it up on a Sunday evening. Yeah, stay humble and you'll never crumble, says Aunt Femi. Got all the banners on. There we go. Right, let's move on to the next one. Owen Spillane, friend of the pod. Good lad, Owen. Hope you're well out there. Sent in this one. Someone's in for a nasty surprise, says Owen. Amir Khan tweeted out for Bernardo's, the children's charity. Do you want to win a virtual hangout with Amir Khan, says Bernardo's?
there's your winner there.
Enter our prize
man.
draw by text, £5 entry. Support some of the UK's most vulnerable children. Amir says, join me in 15 minutes. We could talk on a video call, says Amir.
Who's the PR person has to go there? Like, you have to go, I'm sorry, like, who let that one slide? Oh my god. God. Okay.
Oh dear, that's a good one.
Oh,
Shout
dear.
out to Owen Spillane for sending that one in. I should have texted it and I could have put it up on the screen.
It's like Amir Khan in Jaws 2, just when he thought it was safe to go back on Zoom.
That's a good one. Well done. Okay, moving on. Let's see what we've got here. The Athletic Box. We're asking, looking into the future pound-for-pound fighters for 2025, boxing's pound-for-pound list. Abhishek jumped in and said, the best boxer of all time will be Ryan Garcia. He's going to blow up. I'm assuming he's going to join some kind of terrorist cell because I don't think he's going to become the best boxer of all time. He's going to blow up, apparently, according to Abhishek. Javier Serrano nominated him for that one. Ricky Gravel has nominated Aaron Hughes. Any chance of a joint narration, Eddie, with Kugan Cassius for your audio book? Yeah. See how we get on with that one. Matt at Eggy Phil has nominated Ricky Ellis. I don't care. Fury versus Joshua is worth £50. It's a once-in-a-lifetime fight, says Ricky. Here's one for you, Andy. Kell Brook talking to boxing scene. Once I beat Terence Crawford, he can have a rematch. That's good of him.
That's a very gentlemanly move by him. Problem is, he's not going to win the fucking first fight. He's going to quit again. Fucking hell. And the thing is, what weight's it going to be at? I mean, he told us he's the best 154 fighter on the planet. That fight's not happening at 154. Kell Brook.
Brook's done. Wasn't he just retired? Eddie, let him retire. Are you listening, Ed? Let that guy retire, for goodness sakes. Like Bellew. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone, by the way. I mean, the thing is, just leave Brook alone as well, because I know you've got struggling. I know you've got to fill pay-per-view dates and stuff like that. Well, the zone goes in the shitter and that. So just leave Kell Brook alone. Just tell him to retire. Do you want to see Crawford manhandling him? Maybe he wants to be manhandled. Who knows?
Good lad. Chris Eubank Jr., Ride or Die, featured on a Harley Davidson with the dad, Matt, at Dobson Box. Better nominated him for that. Holt.
Is that a choice for us? Like, we decide, is that Ride or Die? Or what is it? Do we get to say die? No.
Good old Eubank Jr. getting a nomination. Holt has nominated Dillian White. Dillian White says Evander Holyfield is rated higher than Mike Tyson, and he beat Lennox Lewis twice, according to Dillian. Yeah, all right, Dillian. Okay. Matty has nominated PC Jacob. Wouldn't matter to me if Fury versus Joshua was £80. The undercard will be packed too. I'll pay it. Here's a good one, Aussie. Just leave him alone. Old Tony, you could have watched live watch along today. Everton versus Liverpool, Merseyside derby. If you didn't want to hear the normal commentary, you could listen to Tone alongside Adi Akinfenwa commentating on the fight.
Adi Akinfenwa, is that big fat bastard that plays for Wycombe Wanderers by any chance?
Yeah, he's a big lad, isn't he?
Is that him?
Yeah, him and Tony.
Oh, that's a behemoth, that guy, by the way.
How did they get to hear Tony? They surely couldn't have heard him from his house. Did he leave his house? He must have had to leave his house for something. He's locked away, man. Just leave him alone. He couldn't have turned up in this guy's studio, did he? In a suit.
Tony. What do you reckon, Oz? Did you listen?
I didn't know. It was one of the worst games I've watched, actually. But no, we just need to leave him alone. He doesn't want to be in the limelight, but he just keeps cropping up, doesn't he?
Who won, by the way?
Go. Tony
Nothing each, I think it was. Was it nothing each?
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, 0-0.
It was shite like the last
one. Langstain. They should null and void the season, man. It's been shit.
Everton could have won, actually. They hit the post with about 10 minutes to go.
Yep. Nobody wants to watch that while the Mighty Wolves were rocking on. Here's a good one, Aussie, as well for you. What about Eddie this week? Footage was dug up from a Terry Harper press conference revealing one of Canelo's team said that the favourite fighter around today in world boxing is Terry Harper.
Did you see her? She's sitting there like that. Did you see her? Oh, really? Me?
Did he mean to say Terence Crawford?
Why?
Did he mean to say Terence Crawford?
The thing is, why
said-
would he lie? Why
He
would
did,
he
Ozzy.
lie?
It's true. Footage is out there.
I know I've seen it, but why would he lie about it? It's one of the most absurd things to ever make up, and to pull in Canelo's team. It's one of the best lies I've ever heard, or it might be remotely true, but it just amused me. Because
He
half
is-
was like, she was looking around. It's like, me?
Yeah, exactly. She's like, really? Me? Really? And she's like,
Oh,
kind of perking up, that really. And she's like,
Yeah.
kind of flirty looking at it. And Eddie's like struggling not to fucking laugh because he's lying that hard. Sorry, Ed, but you fucking are, man. Jesus Christ, man. That is. I mean, he must have. That must be a dare for his mates. Nah, I dare you 10 grand. You didn't say that. I know you're struggling for some cash, you know, Eddie. I dare you 10 grand to go and see this and stuff like that. And he's like, I'll go and fucking. What a fucking whopper he is, man. Jesus Christ. You see Harper sitting there like perking up like a wee fucking meerkat. Really? Me? Oh my goodness. Oh fucking hell.
Be funny if the footage emerged, though, wouldn't it, Andy, or something like Canelo on an Ellie setback video? Yeah, me gusta, Teddy Harper.
Yo, smell the Gucci. Yeah. Yeah, fuck's sake, my like, who the fuck's Teddy Harper like? People think it's like fucking some sort of beef.
I will know all about the beef anyway.
Yeah.
Nomination. Matt Skelton has nominated Tony Bellew for doing punditry for the Everton-Liverpool game. Top rank boxing nomination from me for Mark Kriegel, defending the Navarrete Uriel Lopez fight from last night. The current climate benefits a fighter with the anytime, anywhere, anyhow mentality. Mark Kriegel explains why Navarrete versus Lopez, is the perfect fight for this moment. He would say that, wouldn't he? And that's all the ones that I've got. Then any nomination from you, Ozzy?
Fucking
Yeah,
Kriegel,
I've got
man.
one. IFL TV interviewing Billy Nelson this week. I think it was either the week gone or the week before. Somebody on Twitter changed their account to the WBC and put a big post out saying that the WBC basically didn't give a toss about Dillian White and his mandatory would now be in 2023. Anyway, it was one of the lads who basically did it, to completely troll, and it got quite a bit of traction. Anyway, I forget who was interviewing Billy Nelson, and he used the content from the fake account, saying to Billy Nelson how much of a disgrace it was that the WBC had moved Dillian White's mandatory to 2023. So that I thought that was quite amusing. That the troll account, which was later changed back after a day or so, duped the IFL interviewer into asking questions that had no substance whatsoever.
We've all been duped like that with some of the fake accounts.
Do you remember Ingram got duped by the Croatian journeyman who thought, was it Price or something?
Oh,
Was
hey,
it Dave Allen?
It was fucking. It was Yakov Gospel. I remember it, and I wouldn't mind, but I listened to that, and I was in. I'd been at the show where Nick Webb knocked Gospich out, so I was in the away fighters dressing room because I was up there with Richie Garner because he had a fighter in the away corner on the Cyclone show, and I heard Gospich talk, and he sounded nothing like it. I thought, fucking hell, but what a random thing to come on. And it was just some random lad, wasn't it? Putting on an accent. I absolutely hammered him for that because I said this is absolute bollocks. He was saying like he got offered like 1,500 quid to fight Derek Chisora. I'm like, what? It's just a lot. Anyone knows that would never happen.
I remember Tommy and Kurt actually were kind of sharing or made a Twitter account to Roger Mayweather. Yeah, this is like back in the fucking late unpleasantness when Twitter was just an absolute fucking free for all. By the way, honest to God. Oh, I need to get them on to actually go through some of the shit they were coming away with, man. It was incredible. And the fucking bite, Tommy just fucking bites everybody in that. Holy fuck. They ended up closing it down because people were just going fucking batshit mental.
Didn't Freddie Roach got caught with a fake Roger Mayweather account?
I think
calling him out for a fight and all as well, didn't he? Like,
it was that account.
No way. That went viral, that didn't it? Like, because everyone was like, Freddie got fucking trolled. Like, no way.
Any more nominations, Andy?
Yeah, Tyson Fury. As you know, anybody listening to Tyson Fury in the past, not talking about pound for pound rankings, and he would always poo-poo it. And he says, for example, Roman Gonzalez, that says, what would a flyweight do against likes of me? Fucking nothing, basically. So just on Tuesday there, he actually kind of took a screenshot of BoxRec. He's got Saul Alvarez #1, and it's got Tyson Fury #2, and he's fucking took a screenshot of it and posted it on Twitter and says pound for pound #2. I'm like, fucking hell, man. He says this is coming from a guy who actually took pound for pound seriously. Now he's fucking promoting it.
He needs to fucking shut up, doesn't he? Like, he needs to shut up. What was that announcement all about? Like, the fucking is it? Who the fuck were the two of them going to fight anyway? They have to fucking fight each other. There's no big fucking deal that they've agreed to fucking fight. So they've always had to fucking say that they were going to fight each other. That's some big fucking news that was broke. Like, and the shit that's coming out of his mouth lately, like, him and AJ are in danger of undoing all the good stuff, PR that they've had since their last fights. Like, because the two of them are coming out. So just shut up, man, and stick to boxing to all you, like, because you're definitely not fucking politicians. Like, you should just fucking stick to boxing. Fury, he could say anything, dude. He could fucking say anything, and it's at the stage now where, like, I'm with everybody on the panel. I'm sick of it. If it never gets made, I don't give a shit. It should have been made this year. And all this stuff is just fucking nonsense. Every fucking IFL we go is AJ Fury with the whole lockdown. We got 3 months of it, like, and now we get the announcement. But then Eddie's like, well, it's not really an announcement. That's why you see that. We know all that shit. Like, this fucking fight that had to happen after all the other fights. Like, so it's a lot of bullshit. Like, and they're just going to upgrade Fury to franchise champion now as well, which deserves a Bellew of the week.
So it's not even that. It wouldn't even be a full unification fight. Wouldn't be a full unification fight if that happened.
Really?
And Aaron seems to be kind of like not so much promoting it, but he's kind of like not even finalising it, but he's accepting it really that that's what's going to happen. Tyson's going to get the franchise tag,
Yeah.
Okay, any nominations from you, Rob?
No, just that success one is a really good one. Work hard, everybody out there, and you can be a success at something. You know what I mean? Don't just wing it day to day. Wonder what's going on. Work hard, and you too can inherit your own lads. Millions.
Might even get your own trust fund. You never know. Might even get adopted by Barry Hearn via his black book. You never know.
That's the place you want to be. There's only one for me this week. It's got to be, do you want to win a virtual hangout with Amir?
Hey! Fuck me. Who let that happen, man? How did he think that was a good idea for charity?
Good lad. What about you, Andy? You go for?
Yeah, mate, that is strong. But there was a couple other ones actually. Who was the one about Duran? Pound for pound boxing.
Oh, pound for pound boxing opinions was good. I thought Tony Bellew coming out to do the frigging thing with Adiak and Fenway was good, and I liked Eddie's complete and utter bullshit about Canelo and Terry Harper was good too.
I felt sorry for Terry and that. I mean, she must be gullible. She's fucking swallowing that shit. I mean, fucking hell. But Amir Khan, that's what it's all about, man. That's what all the laughs is about, Get Amir Khan on Skype. What can go wrong? Fucking nothing. Look at it. I'm strangling it. It's gone purple.
Probably got to go with Khan, haven't you?
Probably.
But there's an honourable mention for the lad who was talking about paying 50 quid for Joshua and Fury.
Oh, Ricky Ellis.
Yeah, he's cropped up before.
He
was the one who wanted the £100 pay-per-view,
That's
wasn't
right.
he?
Yeah,
he's
Oh shit, there was one. Sorry. Eddie said in an interview this week that every time he makes an announcement, there seems to be some kind of bots that pop up that are pro Al Heyman, and he doesn't understand where this is coming from. As if he's never heard of this concept before. Where do bots come from? For instance, these matchroom bots that everybody's talking about. What kind of concept is this? Well, it's happening to Eddie now. He's not happy. The Heymanites are after him. So the Heymanite bots.
Evening, Eddie.
Hi, the sentient bots, exactly. The bots have turned on their masters.
The future is with the bots, and like these AI sex robots. as soon as the AI develops far enough that you can get them to work a microwave, the whole game is going to change. I'm telling you, that's the future.
There you go. Rob Kelly telling it as it is. At least one of the panel members here is a bot. I'm not going to tell you who, but we've been fooling you for a while now. At least one of the panel members is a bot. Not gonna reveal the information on that one. I think Amir Khan won, didn't he? Well done, Amir. We got Amir Khan. You went for Amir Khan, didn't you, Andy?
I did, mate. Yep, Amir Khan.
You went for Amir as well, Ozzy?
Yeah, correct.
Lovely job. Well done, Amir. Keeping it real, shaking things up. Episode 378. Let's get out of here for the evening, shall we?